Hello everyone, Ryan here. So it's Monday, so that means Music Monday. Of course, Music Monday is just a segment thing that I decided to do on my channel, in which every Monday I just talk about my favorite bands, groups, artists, whatever you want to call them. Most of them are rock bands, of course, but occasionally some of them will be blues groups or jazz groups or whatever. So for this one, I wanted to talk about Tool. Tool is a pretty well-known band. I mean, I pretty much feel like the only two people that I know who don't know about Tool are my parents. But hey, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's still like millions of people out there that don't know about Tool. I mean, because to be fair, they've been out of the... Well, I guess they haven't really been too much out of the public eye, or even though it has been a while since they released their last album. I believe it was back in, I want to say 2006 that their last album came out. But if you don't know about Tool, they got started back in the 80s, sometime in the 80s. And they initially released an EP, which is titled Opiate. I actually reviewed it a while ago. If you want to check out my review of it, I'll provide a link to that. And I also reviewed their first full-length album, which is titled Undertow. I'll provide a link to that as well. So, I mean, as far as their sound goes, well, I guess I should probably say, after Undertow, they also released another album, which was, I want to say, sometime in 1996. That was titled something like Anima, or Enema, or not Enema, Anima, or something. There's still a debate, I believe, to this day as to exactly how to pronounce it, but usually I call it Anima. And after that, they didn't release another album till something like 2000 or 2001, which is titled Lateralis. And then after that, in 2006, they released 10,000 Days. So, and it's very interesting because supposedly, throughout all this time, in their history as a working, touring band, supposedly they've had a lot of people, a lot of inner turmoil with their different record labels they've been associated with, and also supposedly they've had a lot of turmoil with different people trying to sue them, and I guess some of them must have been like somewhat successful in suing the band, because I think that's like part of the reason why they would kind of had no choice but to go for long periods without releasing any new material. And I mean, at least that's how I understand it. The band members themselves aren't really like too upfront and open about the business side of, them dealing with record labels and all that. But that's what I understand. That's the gist of what I'm able to comprehend. Now, of course, I will say, like, Tool's drummer, Danny Carey, for me, he's definitely one of my all-time favorite drummers. he's just so versatile. And, you know, I like that in certain songs or in certain moments in certain songs. He'll play like a particular drum beat, but they'll never play it again throughout the rest of the song. Now, I mean, of course, I guess, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, he's not the only drummer to do this, but for me, I feel like he kind of is, you know, I mean, that's, I have seen Tool in concert. I've seen him, twice, I believe. I remember the first time I saw him, it was when they were touring for the album Lateralis. And I remember it was pretty cool. I think that might have been like one of the last few concerts I attended where I was able to push my way all the way to the front part of the stage. And it was a really great show, really awesome show. I mean, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I mean, as far as their sound goes, you know, Tools, they've never been like, I mean, they could be considered, they're definitely hard rock. They have elements of hard rock. But also elements of like other genres too. You could even say like experimental jazz and blues and some kind of fusion. Their guitar player, Adam Jones, he's very creative with the guitar. He's a very creative person. It's my understanding that back, I believe, I read an interview once that he helped work on some of the special effects for the very first Jurassic Park movie. So I always thought that was pretty cool. Their current bass player is Justin. I believe he's from London or somewhere in England. I definitely like his bass tone. I like that he's able to play off the drummer very nicely, consistently. And then, of course, the singer, Maynard. I mean, a lot of people are familiar with Maynard. I mean, you know, he's also the lead singer for A Perfect Circle, the other band, A Perfect Circle, which is another band that I like too. But I think I like Tool a little more than A Perfect Circle just because Tool's never been afraid to really delve into the darker aspect of experimental music, and I've always liked that. I guess I've always liked dark things, dark music in general. I don't know, maybe I'm a little more twisted than I believe I am. Or not, I don't know. But yeah, they're definitely awesome. You should definitely check them out. I'll provide links to some of their music videos. That's another thing too. A lot of their music videos are kind of trippy. Definitely not your typical, not what you'd expect from your typical rock band. But again, that's another reason why I like them so much. And I think also too, I like that, you know, not everybody likes Tool. That it's almost kind of like, I guess kind of like you have to be somewhat of a music snob in order to appreciate Tool's music. I'm not saying that, you know, you have to like have a very thorough knowledge of music scales or whatever, or music theory. But just like, I don't know, that's how it's always felt to me. Like, I mean, because for a lot of my friends that listen to a lot of the other bands I listen to, most of them absolutely do not like Tool. And that's because I feel like, you know, they don't have an appreciation for how awesomely experimental Tool can get. But yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, as far as, you know, the rest of my experience at the concert, I do remember when Maynard came out, the singer, he pretty much for the entire show, he was wearing I don't know, he was wearing these like really short shorts and then like a workout bra kind of thing with like these like silicone breasts in the bra or something. There's something in there. I mean, I guess I couldn't really get a good look because he never really got like close enough to the front of the stage. He kind of stayed a little more towards the middle of the stage and then even like further back. And I've always found that interesting too. Like usually in most of their live performances, Maynard will like, rather than going up all the way up to the front of the stage and interact with the audience a lot, usually he'll like stay in the middle or even go like far back, like so far back that he'll just like stand in the shadows. And I've always found that interesting, but you know, it works with their music, I say, you know, because, you know, I don't really think that, like, if they were to do, like, what other rock bands do, like, run around the stage and jump up and down and all that, it really wouldn't fit with the overall aesthetic of their sound. And that's how I've always felt. So anyways, yeah, I don't want to ramble on too long here about Tool. And of course, the other thing, too, a lot of people are wondering when their next album is going to come out, and there's all these different things floating around on the internet, different rumors and stuff, and supposedly it's supposed to come out sometime this year, 2018, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it never comes out. So yeah, I don't know, that's a whole other topic. So yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching this, and as always, until next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking in. Peace.